and gentlemen, a week into the unsavory controversy over the sweet Tirupati Laddus, the one question that has still not conclusively been answered is this. Was Lord Balaji's prasad actually contaminated with lard and beef tallow and pig fat? The answer is no if you look at the evidence at hand and if you look at it closely. I'm just putting out some facts here. AR Dairy, that is being accused of supplying the adulterated ghee to Tirupati, sent 10 tankers in all to the temple between June 12th and July 12th, 1 month. Now, out of these 10 tankers, 4 tankers of ghee that was sent on 6th of July and the 12th of July failed the internal TTD sensory quality test and were held back. Essentially, something didn't smell right, so the TTD held it back. Their samples were sent to the National Development Dairy Board in Gujarat for testing for adulteration. Now, once the NDDB report came in saying that the ghee was actually adulterated with vegetable oil or animal fat, that is when these 4 tankers were sent back to Tamil Nadu to AR Dairy. To cut a long story short, the temple board itself is saying that the adulterated ghee was not used to make prasads because we didn't use ghee from these 4 tankers. So, simple question, if adulterated ghee was not used, how were these laddus adulterated? Something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Then, of course, the question arises, is Jagan Mohan Reddy responsible for adulterated laddus that weren't really adulterated? Again, look at the dates on which the ghee was supplied by AR Dairy to Tirupati. June 12th, June 20th, June 25th, July 4th, July 6th, July 12th. Let's remember that June 12th is when Chandrababu Naidu was sworn in as Andhra Pradesh's Chief Minister. So if Chandrababu Naidu is the Chief Minister, when the adulterated ghee is supplied by AR Dairy to Tirupati, how is former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy to blame? The adulterated ghee was detected a month into Chandrababu Naidu's regime on the 6th of July and the 12th of July. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I say. In politics, as in philosophy, there are no absolute truths. Take whatever politicians say from whichever side with a pinch of salt. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, an SIT is now investigating the Tirupati Laddu's alleged adulteration. And as expected, today turned out to be another day of high drama. Jagan Mohan Reddy, the former Chief Minister of the state, has had to cancel his plans to visit Tirupati and offer penance for his rival CM Naidu's so-called sins. Why? Well, because the government denied him permission. The government rubbished the charge, saying that Jagan cancelled because he didn't want to sign an affidavit before entering the temple that would have declared to the world that he is Christian. As you know, all non-Hindus who want to visit are expected to follow this rule, declare their religion. The TDB says, if former President Abdul Kalam and superstar Shah Rukh Khan and his daughter Suhana could do so before entering Tirupati, why can't Jagan? Jagan on his part says, demons are ruling Andhra Pradesh. And this behavior is expected from them.
On July 6th and July 12th, the 4 tankers which came in, which did not pass the test and which were sent back because they did not pass the test. This was reiterated by the Tirupati EO, who is an IAS officer posted by Chandrababu Naidu himself in his regime. And what did he say? See, these reports, which were rejected in 3 tests, which were rejected because they did not pass these 3 tests, were sent to NDDB, Gujarat. But for some strange reason, first time, NDDB, Gujarat was brought into the picture. Fine. On 6th and 12th, when these tankers came and when they were rejected, these samples were once again sent to NDDB. On July 17th, then July 23rd and 17th, they also received, July 23rd, they also received the results. What kind of secularism is this? What kind of a secular country are we living in? I ask everybody. And if somebody were to ask what my religion is, I once again reiterate to everybody. In between the four walls in my house, I read the Bible. But when I go out of the house, I am a Hindu, I am a Muslim, I am also a Sikh. I practice their religion, I respect their religion. I am an Indian. Someone were to ask what my religion is, humanity is my religion. You want to have a declaration on that? Please go ahead and have that declaration as mine. సెక్యులర్ దేశం అని చెప్పుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. ఒక ముఖ్యమంత్రిగా పరిపాలన చేసిన వ్యక్తి పరిస్థితి ఇదే అయితే ఇక ఆ దళితుల పరిస్థితి ఏమిటి?
నేను 4 గోడల మధ్య బైబిల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తానని, బయటకు వెళ్తే హిందూ మతాన్ని గౌరవిస్తానని. గుడ్. గౌరవించడం అంటే ఏంటి? ఆ టెంపుల్కి పోయినప్పుడు ఆ టెంపుల్లో ఉండే సాంప్రదాయాల్ని పాటించడం, అక్కడుండే ఆచారాల్ని అమలు చేయడం, ఆ నియమాలని నిబంధనల్ని తప్పకుండా ఉల్లంఘించకుండా పాటించడం అంటే మీరు వేరే మతాల్ని గౌరవించినట్టు. అట్లా కాకుండా నేను ఎప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు ఎవరు అడగలేదు, ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు అడుగుతారు నన్ను, ఇది కరెక్ట్ కాదు. అందుకని ఈరోజు నేను అడుగుతున్నా, మీకు గౌరవం ఉంది, మీరే ఒప్పుకుంటున్నా నేను బైబిల్ చదువుకుంటానని. నువ్వు బైబిల్ చదువుకున్నప్పుడు నువ్వు యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తున్నావు. యాక్సెప్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు తప్పు లేదు దాంట్లో. ఎందుకు ఇంట్లో రూమ్ చదవాలి, బయట కూడా చదువుకోవచ్చు. బట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ ఎందుకు చర్చకి పోకూడదు? ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ స్ట్రైట్ క్వశ్చన్, డోంట్ మిస్టేక్ మీ. రాష్ట్రంలో ఉండే ప్రజలందరూ ఆలోచించాలి. నేను హిందూని, వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి దగ్గరికి పోతాను, నేను ఓపెన్గానే పూజలు చేస్తాను. అదే మరి చర్చికి పోతాను, వాళ్ళ నియమాల్ని నిబంధనల్ని పాటిస్తాను. మసీదుకు పోతాను, వాళ్ళు గౌరవిస్తాను. మత సామరస్యాన్ని కాపాడుతాం, సొంత మతాన్ని ఆచరిస్తాం. దర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ రాంగ్ ఇన్ ఇట్. వై షుడ్ వి హైడ్?
So as I said, ladies and gentlemen, till 24 hours ago, the moot question as far as the Tirupati Laddu story is concerned is whether the prasad of Lord Balaji has been desecrated by adulterated ghee that was adulterated allegedly with beef tallow and pig fat and fish oil. Now, that question no one is talking about. The question has turned to be, is Jagan Mohan Reddy, the former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Hindu or Christian? Is this question now being asked because the initial question and its answer may be slightly uncomfortable for the TDP, the ruling dispensation in the state? Satish Reddy, spokesperson of the YSRCP, joining us on the broadcast. Professor Jyotshana, welcome back to the show, national spokesperson of the TDP. Rahul Ishwar is an activist and Madhavan Narayan is a senior journalist. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, thank you very much for your time. Professor Jyotshana, what does Jagan Mohan Reddy's religion have to do with Tirupati Laddus?
Absolutely nothing. Shreya, absolutely nothing. It is he who has got the religion today. As simple and as clear as that. Because he said, I follow and I respect and I have utmost respect to all the other religions. Absolutely good. We also expect the same as an ex-chief minister and the present MLA of a constituency in the state of Andhra Pradesh. We expect you to continue that respect. And as part of that respect that you are quoting, you said you have respect on other religions as well. According to that, when you go to Tirupati, anybody who is a non-Hindu has to sign a declaration. Simple, Shreya. That he has to do. Why is he making a big fuss out of it? Why does he has to quote the term saying that I'm an
But Professor
Indian,
Jyotsna,
humanity is my religion? Who contradicted that, Shreya? Who contradicted that? Who contradicted? Nobody contradicted.
but Professor Jyotsna, he's a former chief minister of the state. He has been to Tirupati temple 20 times, if not more.
Yes. Shreya,
The whole
Shreya,
world
if you
knows
remember-
that he was born
Shreya,
into a
Shreya,
Christian family. What
Shreya,
is there to
one second.
declare, madam?
No. Any non-Hindu, Shreya, any non-Hindu, it's a custom of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthana. It is not something Shreya has decided or Jyotshana has decided or somebody else has decided. Even if you remember, Shreya, Abdul Kalam ji, when he was the President of India, even he gave a declaration saying that I am so and so, but again, I have reverence and I want to do darshan of Lord Balaji. Simple, na? इसमें इतना बबाल करने का क्या मतलब था? I didn't understand. What is Jagan Mohan Reddy's target
Satish
there?
Reddy.
Honestly, I didn't understand.
Satish Reddy.
Yes, ma'am.
ये बबाल किसने किया is the question, but Satish Reddy, the TDP spokesperson, is asking you इतना बबाल करने की क्या जरूरत है? If you want to go to the temple to atone for the quote unquote sins of the sitting chief minister, as Jagan Mohan Reddy has said,
The whole
and
issue
if the
is,
temple
madam,
rules require you to sign a declaration, sign the declaration and go. What's the big deal?
no, there's no big deal in that. The whole issue is, today they have issued a notice to all the people telling that you have been denied. See, I think Jyotshana, in the earlier interview also, I've read out the notices given to all our party leaders, telling that Jagan Mohan Reddy does not have the permission to go and have the darshan. And that all the people, we are not supposed to follow him. So when you give such notices, this is in the name of the inspector of police in my local police area. And then one side, the BJP, the Janasena and the Telugudesam party, they have mobilized all their party cadres to stop, to stage dharnas and to exhibit their dissent from Jagan Mohan Reddy visiting the temple. And then you say, you ask us why you are not going. You have given a call to all your party cadres to stage dharnas to oppose Jagan Mohan Reddy from entering into the temple. And openly, Purandareshwari, who is the state BJP leader, she has given a press statement that we are not allowing you inside the temple. So what sort of a democracy are we living in? You are telling, they have gone to the extent of, some of the leaders have gone to the extent of telling, we will break your legs. And then you tell us why you are not going to the temple. It is not because of that undertaking. It is because of all this violence that we have decided not to go into the temple. One side you are allowing them to talk whatever they
Professor
want.
Jyotsna, respond to that.
Shreya, absolutely.
Professor Jyotsna, respond to that. First, you have denied him permission. Second, you are threatening him and his cadres with violence.
Okay, I don't know why they are spreading lies, but again, first thing first, Shreya, he was not denied permission. There is no permission to go to Lord Balaji. There is only. I also have a copy of that.
Can you deny this? No.
Satish Reddy
Can you
ji,
deny
I
this,
also have a
madam?
copy of that. I'm explaining it.
Yeah.
You have to give me the time to explain it. Shreya ji, what they said was, initially, Jagan Mohan Reddy said, I'm going to go to Tirumala through the step route and I want all my cadre to follow me. It is a huge, rush time in Tirumala. They didn't apply for permission to all the cadre to follow him, not for Jagan Mohan Reddy. This notice is not for Jagan Mohan Reddy. It is for the cadre who are following him because there will be a problem there. And one more thing, whether it is Janasena or Telugudesam party or Bharatiya Janata party, in fact, Telugudesam and Janasena have given clear instructions to our cadre.
No, do you deny? Madam, do you deny that? Do you deny that your party cadres have not given any statements to obstruct Jagan Mohan Reddy's visit?
Satish Reddy, sir, give me time to talk. Honorable Chief Minister ji has very clearly stated that there is no blockage or nobody is going to stop anyone. He can go, but they have to respect the customs and traditions. And in fact, there is a instruction to all the party cadre of Telugu Desam and Janasena that nobody will even go there near that particular thing where Jagan Mohan Reddy is coming, whether it is the airport or whatnot. There are instructions, Shreya ji. This notice that Satish Reddy Garu is quoting is to the cadre because they try to create problems there. Their own ex-TTD chairperson, Bhumana Karunakar Reddy said, no, we are not going to sign the declaration. Do whatever you want to do. जो करना है कर लो, हम नहीं declaration पे sign करेंगे. This was his statement. This was the statement of a YSRCP leader.
आप declaration पे अड़े क्यों हो? Declaration होता है उन लोगों के लिए who go to the temple for the first time. This is a sitting former chief minister. He has gone to the temple 20 times. I'm again asking you, what is there to declare? The whole world knows he was born into a Christian family.
And one more
declaration earlier.
And one more thing, madam.
Declaration earlier, even when thousands of times he was asked.
Madam, one more thing.
Opposition. It was
Okay, Satish Reddy.
Forget about others.
Yeah, madam.
Very quickly, I have to bring others into the show.
One more thing.
ठीक है. Satish
Jagan
Reddy जो
Mohan
20
Reddy,
बार नहीं
yes.
किया वो आप कर लो. If you have not
Yes,
followed rules 20 times, follow them the 21st time. Essentially, that is what the TDP is saying.
We did not even go to the temple now, madam. We were barred from going into the temple. They have been given calls that we will be obstructed on the way, we will be assaulted on the way. You go through all the Telugu channels, the way the Telugu Desam party leaders, the Janasena leaders, the BJP leaders were talking since morning. You go through all the things in Telugu media, what news has come. And today, what I wanted to tell you is, Jagan Mohan Reddy was chief minister for 5 years. And before becoming chief minister also, while he was in opposition, he went to the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam after performing a 3,700 kilometers Padayatra. As soon as the Padayatra was over, he came walking to the temple. Nobody has obstructed him on that day. He was in the opposition. Then again, when he was the chief minister, he was invited by the TTD to offer the holy clothes, that is the Seshavastra, to the Lord during Brahmotsava. His father was invited several times. So that issue, you cannot make it. So today the whole issue is the contamination of the laddu. No, 1 minute, madam. Please give me 1 minute time. The total issue, the issue is contamination of laddus, which we are denying, which we are telling, if we are any part of that contamination, or really if we have any intention to contaminate the laddu, yes, we give the permission to the Lord to punish us very, very severely. That is a message that we wanted to send. And if we are not a part of, that contamination, then what we request you is, whoever is responsible for this false propaganda, God will take care of it. God will take care of the people who are spreading rubbish.
Isn't it interesting, Rahul Ishwar? ठीक है sir. Just let me get in Rahul Ishwar here. Rahul Ishwar, isn't it interesting that till 24 hours ago we were discussing whether ghee that was used in the making of the prasad for Lord Balaji was contaminated or not? Today we are talking about something completely different. Whether
2 points.
Whether Jagan Mohan Reddy is Christian or Hindu. Do you see this as a diversionary tactic? Because my own sense is that contaminated laddu theory is falling flat.
Yeah, so I have 2 points. First of all, as a Hindu activist, any person, any Hindu would not want any politics played on it. That's the reason why many devotee organizations have called for a sitting judge of Andhra to inquire into this. Because otherwise, it will be a political slugfest. Second, as a Hindu activist itself, we should welcome every person of every religion. At the same point of time, the declaration is in the belief of the deity of Tirupati Tirumala. That's the official declaration. That means it is not the declaration that he is a Hindu. It's a declaration that I believe, I revere, I respect the deity of Balaji in the Tirupati Tirumala. Similar declaration is there in Guruvayur too. There was a similar controversy in Guruvayur too. And once even Indira Gandhi was denied the permission because there is a declaration to say that I believe in the deity of this particular temple. So the declaration is needed because that reverence and respect should be there. Jagan Mohan Reddy, his late father, the very respected YSRCP Reddy, everyone is respected and accepted. But if that declaration form is there, if the deity is to be respected, when Shah Rukh Khan can give, when the others can give, There is no harm in giving any declaration. It is not to say that he is a Hindu. It is not to deny that he is a Christian. It is only to point out that he respects the particular deity of the temple. So is it wrong to ask for that? That's again a grey
Rahul
area.
Ishwar.
I as a person believe you should welcome everyone. But if the
Okay.
temple has a system to declare that I respect this deity, shouldn't we do that?
Rahul, let me ask you this then. The TTD, the independent, so-called independent board that runs the Tirupati temple, has invited Jagan Mohan Reddy multiple times as chief minister to come to the temple. Then they don't insist for a declaration.
Ma'am, please remember
And
TTD
now
is a
when he is in
totally
the
political
opposition,
appointment.
and there is a political laddu that is being cooked in the state, you are asking him for a declaration. ये तो
But
hypocrisy
Shreya ji,
की भी
please
सीमा होती है
remember-
ना राहुल?
Please, Shreya ji, remember all the temple boards are political appointments. That's a larger issue. The Hindu community doesn't have a right over their own temples, just like our Muslim and Christian brothers have over their mosque and church. All these appointments are political appointments. When left or when one party comes, they will appoint their people. When the second party comes, they will appoint their people. So please remember, TTD board or any board in India are totally of political appointments and political rehabilitation of their own people. They are not spiritual
Fair point.
appointment. They are not guardians of the
Fair
Hindu
point.
community. They are not from believers. Please don't forget this point. So when a person who appoints is by either Jagan Mohan Reddy or Naidu sir, it's natural for them to be, inviting them back. So TTD giving invitation should not be a
Fair
yardstick
point.
because they are
Fair
political
point. I
appointments.
take your point. Fair point. And if you're a political appointee, you will implement the agenda of the political master who has appointed you, whether it is in Jagan Mohan Reddy's time or whether it is in Chandrababu Naidu's time. So that we are very clear on. Madhavan Narayan, I always get you into the show in the end, though I can see you looking slightly bored and just smiling through what everyone is saying. There's a reason for it. I just want you to hear everyone and then put the story in journalistic perspective for us. As I said, I तो find this a classic diversionary tactic. कल तक कुछ और बात, आज किसी के religion की बात, परसों there'll be some other बात.
Yeah, I think Shreya, today you have already yourself said most of the stuff that I wanted to say. Okay, you put facts in perspective very well, which I was the only one to do in an analytical article when reporters were not doing it. Even the NDDB report said there were false positives possible. You put in the chronology very well. The whole issue was midwifed and born only 6 weeks ago after JaganReddy ceased to be chief minister. And the YSR Congress spokesman very pertinently pointed out that TDP cadres are talking about this whole thing, whereas officially TDP says he should be allowed to go, which means what we are seeing is a politics of vendetta and innuendo. Innuendo means you are Hinduizing the narrative, which wasn't there before, and trying to make political capital out of it. That is what TDP is doing. And Chandrababu Naidu is sounding like Tantra Babu Naidu. He's using this Tantra or das Tantra to get back at JaganReddy. All because, Jagan can go and see Jagannath as far as I'm concerned. I am personally impressed by the work of TTD. I've contributed money to it. I've been to Tirupati. They do excellent work on afforestation and everything dear to me, helping the sick. But this is not my Tirupati. Whatever is happening now, if it is going to be politicized too much, Chandrababu Naidu has to now worry about 4 things. Let me list them. Because you've said most of it. There's not much for me to add, except that even the NDTV angle sounds a little shady to me. 4 things. First of all, this is not the Chandrababu Naidu I used to know. There was a statesmanly-like personality who was not into petty politics, who was seen as somebody who made Hyderabad a tech city. And today he's lost Hyderabad and he's also losing his image. So he has to introspect. Second thing, his own son, Nara Lokesh, is supposed to be a political heir. And looks like this whole Hinduization is taking the whole thing where Pawan Kalyan is emerging as a new hero in Andhra politics and Naidu may be ending up as a loser. Third thing, there was an image that Chandrababu Naidu was playing with a straight bat even when he was doing business with BJP, and therefore even minorities could trust him. Now he may be losing that trust. Last but not the least, let me read the fine print in the whole thing. Ayodhya temple is seeing more visitors these days than Tirupati. Andhra Pradesh is losing its prestige because of all this petty politics, because people would want to see Tirupati Lord Jagannath as the all-embracing one. And you, as you rightly mentioned, Shah Rukh Khan and Abdul Kalam have visited the temple. Why this sudden declaration politics? It's all because of some nuance to pick up and create an optics of narratives, because there has been, between Pawan Kalyan and Chandrababu Naidu, there seems to be a bigger competition on who will be the political vassal to the BJP in a Hindu hegemonic
So,
or
the good
a Hindu
thing, and I can,
preeminent kind of a situation. Therefore, yeah, I think I see politics all over it, Shreya. In fact, normally I try to be very careful and balanced with you. Today, I'm afraid, there is only one way to look at it to make it balanced, which is that you hit me on Amravati, I will hit you on Tirupati. This is what is happening, because Jagan was very vicious in attacking Chandrababu Naidu on Amravati. It's a dream project.
Correct.
And also jailing him on a very, in my opinion, a blown up case on skills development. This is pure revenge. Vendetta plus innuendo. There you have it.
Okay. So, Madhavan Narayan, thank you very much. As I said, I always come to you in the end for perspective, but I just want to end this debate on a slightly positive note, irrespective of the controversy blowing, irrespective of the question being raised on whether Jagan Mohan Reddy is a Christian or a Hindu. The fact is that the sale of Tirupati laddus remains unaffected. So, as they say, janta hai, sab janti hai. We leave it there for the moment. Madhavan Narayan, thank you very much for joining us. Rahul Ishwar, good to have you on the show. Professor Jyotshana, always good to have you on the show. And Satish Reddy ji, thank you for joining.